So this brings us to our third keynote address, which is going to be a recorded message. It's about 9 or 10 minutes. It's going to be given by Dr. Karen St. Germain, who is the NASA Earth Science Division Director. Unfortunately, she couldn't travel here today, but she was kind enough to record this message just for us. So Karen provides executive leadership, strategic direction, and overall management for the entire agency, NASA's Earth Science portfolio, which is huge. Think about all the satellite systems, the innovative systems that observe the Earth. Well, not all, but a very large number of them, from technology development, applied science, research, mission implementation, and operations. Previously, Karen was a Deputy Assistant Administrator, Systems DAS for NOAA's Satellite and Information Service. She also had a successful research career at the University of Massachusetts before that, also University of Nebraska and the Naval Research Laboratory. Some fun facts about Karen are that these are scientific fun facts. She has performed research aboard icebreakers in the Arctic and Antarctica. Has flown through hurricanes and tropical storms on NOAA's P-3 aircraft, and she has measured glacial ice on a snowmobile traversing Greenland ice sheets. A very accomplished individual, and really looking forward to listening to her message, which has been recorded.
Hi, I'm Karen St. Germain, NASA's Director of Earth Science. Thank you for allowing me to join you remotely. An important part of my job is stewarding the taxpayers' investment and ensuring NASA maximizes the science it delivers with the budget we receive. That part of my job requires me to remain here in DC instead of joining you in LA. You're likely aware of the choppy waters we're navigating in DC to reach the best possible outcome for Earth and climate science at the start of a new fiscal year. And there's a lot of work to do. But let me begin these remarks by recognizing the value and importance of what you all are doing today. USC's Center for Sustainability Solutions is conducting work critical to our shared objectives of finding useful and effective means of addressing the impact of climate change. But just as important as what we're doing is how we're doing it. I want to amplify USC's recognition that we can continue to thrive on this planet even as we develop a framework of sustainability, and that this framework can and should incorporate justice and fairness for communities that have long been overlooked and underserved. Research institutions like USC are woven into a broader earth science enterprise. An enterprise that includes the private sector, civic organizations, tribal, state, and local governments, our international partners, and of course, federal agencies like NASA. Most people think of the moon or Mars when they think of NASA. Not enough people know we observe our own planet more than any other, or that most of what we know about climate change comes from our fleet of Earth satellites. Today, NASA operates 26 missions orbiting planet Earth, observing our oceans, land, ice, and atmosphere, and how changes in one are driving changes in others. For instance, how rising atmospheric temperatures are changing the physical science of our oceans, and how those changes drive changes to water supplies even far from the coast. These missions and the observations we collect are the foundation of efforts to deliver actionable science to inform decisions. The rapid delivery of actionable science is so important to our future that NASA Earth Science is reshaping how we do business. We're focusing additional resources and attention on our efforts to deliver useful and usable science applications and information. Our Earth Science to Action strategy is designed to accelerate the pace of discovery by tapping into NASA's unique end-to-end capabilities in new and more efficient ways. We approach it this way, with that foundation of technology, observation missions, and scientific understanding leading to greater exchange of information with the public. And circling behind all of this is the continuous loop of increasing awareness of what decision makers need today and what they need tomorrow to manage a rapidly changing climate. We use that feedback to inform future investments in Earth observations, research, and data. NASA Earth is deeply engaged with our scientific community, and we're working to increase engagement with other users of NASA data, such as farmers and ranchers looking for more sustainable management practices. We also see a growing trend of climate issues becoming a bigger part of what other public agencies are managing. Today, NASA Earth Science supports operational services at more than a dozen other federal agencies. The National Weather Service relies on NASA models, data, and instruments to improve weather forecasting. FEMA relies on NASA to help prepare for and respond to disasters. USDA relies on NASA to deliver measurements ranging from global crop production to local soil moisture. That demand for new and actionable Earth science will only grow. Let me give a concrete example of our focus on actionable science. NASA collaborates with the UN's Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change on a sea level rise project to deliver projections at a community level. It starts with observations collected by our Earth fleet, including satellites we fly in partnership with the French space agency CNES. Together, we have collected more than 30 years of ocean altimetry measurements. We also measure ice and land subsidence and other factors that contribute to coastal sea level rise as part of the Earth system. Based on that data and scientific understanding, NASA produces models. And from those models, we can produce projections. Those projections inform products like the IPCC's sixth assessment report. Partnering with the IPCC, we created this sea level projection tool that allows users to visualize the data from that sixth assessment report. This tool provides city planners and other decision makers information in a format that can inform and shape action. Finally, here at NASA headquarters, we opened the first of what we see as a network of Earth information centers, an immersive experience that helps people see the Earth as NASA sees it. What you see on the screen is the first Earth Information Center. We opened this summer in the lobby of NASA headquarters here in DC. The EIC is open to everyone. We're hosting a series of invited groups to experience the EIC, including congressional lawmakers and staff, foreign diplomats, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce leadership and staff, farm organizations, and of course, the many tourists who visit our nation's capital. I hope you all can join us one day and experience it yourself. This embodies the public exchange of data and information I spoke about earlier, and we hope increases the awareness and value of Earth science. I'm going to close on what I believe to be among the most important points we can make. Climate change is the most pressing issue of our time. NASA is a science agency, not a regulatory agency. To that end, my agency's role is to increase the scientific understanding of how the Earth works and what these changes in climate may mean for humanity's future. Because of that, it's crucial we develop that science with the purpose of delivering information on which people and organizations can act. NASA doesn't regulate, NASA does not enact or enforce, NASA explores. And today we're exploring with an urgency and purpose on behalf of all humanity. We know this. Decades of decisions led us to where the Earth is today, and the dramatic impact climate change is having on communities around the world. But the most important decisions are those that are still ahead of us. When we use Earth science to inform those decisions, we'll get better outcomes. And we know that there's a significant difference in our future between the worst outcomes and the best outcomes. I am personally optimistic because I see the rising demand for Earth science, and I know we have an entire Earth science enterprise at work. People like you, observing, researching, developing, and delivering science that is important and actionable. Once more, thank you for allowing me to join you this way from NASA headquarters, And thank you for the work you do at USC as part of our shared earth science enterprise.